Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special segment for you folks. Dane Ivicevic, our biochemist at Gen-Tec Nutrition. Of course, I'm Nick Jones, the founder of the company and owner of the company. Nutrient timing, ladies and gentlemen, has come a long, long way. The benefit of having Dane on board, he can explain some great detail to you based on the science, the current science. We've really learnt in the gym how to build muscle over the last 20, 25 years through anecdotal evidence and personal experience. Now, Dane has a degree in exercise science, nutrition, biochemistry, and he's done pharmacology as well. So he's a great guy to talk to here, ladies and gentlemen. When we're talking about nutrient timing, pre-workout, there's a lot of high-stim pre-workouts on the market. Power Fuel is our choice. We put it together for some very important reasons. Caffeine, 100 milligrams per serve, not a lot of caffeine. Tyrosine's in there to stimulate our own neurotransmitters, along with the B vitamins that also support this area and support the adrenals. When you're having caffeine, ladies and gentlemen, very important to use B vitamins. We then use Creatine Malate, really because it's soluble in liquid, along with arginine and citrulline. Great formulation to get you focused and to get your body primed pre-workout. To that, Creatine Monohydrate. Dane, let me ask you about Creatine Monohydrate. It's been studied for many, many years now.
It has.
It's my favorite to use pre and post and in our intra, but give us the benefits of Creatine Monohydrate. What are the benefits of this product for the consumer that wants to increase strength, build lean muscle mass, and improve recovery to come back and train harder the next day? What are the benefits?
The benefits of creatine monohydrate essentially are that, it's the oldest creatine on the market, but it's for a very, very good reason. It works very well. So creatine monohydrate increases that muscle creatine content, which during exercises that are explosive, like weights, between about 1 and 8 seconds, it increases the strength, it increases your lift. You might get an extra couple of reps out, you might be able to sprint that extra bit longer, get a few milliseconds, get an extra second, or whatever it may be. So it basically increases your strength and power output within that rep range.
And in doing that, increasing your strength, ultimately, we're looking at progressive overload. That is what is going to stimulate muscles to grow, correct?
Exactly. So for bodybuilding purposes or for hypertrophy, if you can lift more and you can provide that progressive overload, then you will essentially stimulate extra muscle growth as a result.
Okay, so using creatine before training is effective. Is this a good time to use it?
Yes, that's right. Before training, during training, and after training, always giving your body a supply of creatine monohydrate throughout this key period as we're talking about nutrient timing. Right. So initiate the creatine monohydrate period from the very beginning.
Right. So creatine monohydrate, folks, 5 to 10 grams before training is what I do. Now, intra-workout nutrient timing, ladies and gentlemen, this is something I've been doing for some 20 years. The P2P formulation is based on some great research, but it's based on what we've been doing as elite bodybuilders and strength training athletes for many years. Combination of creatine, monohydrate again, conditionally essential amino acids, glutamine along with arginine. We've got branch chains, other essentials. The arginine alpha-ketoglutarate is coupled with citrulline malate for a very good reason. We have vitamin C and a great carbohydrate blend. Dane, something that we need to explain to the viewers, which I find is amino acids are commonly used during training.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, tell us the importance of carbohydrate timing or adding carbohydrates to the aminos during training. What is the benefit? What does it do?
Yep. Carbohydrates during training is basically, it's going to do a few things. Number one, it's going to increase that nutrient transport to the muscle cells, which is going to lead to greater muscle growth and greater protein synthesis.
So the transport means through the insulin response to the carbs?
It stimulates the insulin response, which basically acts by adding more cars. And if you imagine nutrients as people, you're adding more people in the cars, and that means you can get more people to that party or more people to the muscles. Gotcha.
Good analogy. I like it. People to the party.
Everyone loves a party.
Amino acids to muscles. So the carbs are transporters. What else do the carbohydrates do?
During training, you have an inevitable rise of cortisol, which is a catabolic hormone. It breaks down muscles.
Yes.
So people often think during training we are creating an anabolic environment, but really we are fighting the catabolic environment. So carbohydrates suppress cortisol production. As a result, you create a more anabolic environment, which boosts your metabolism and therefore leads to greater fat loss and muscle gain.
That's a very, very powerful information there, folks, because ultimately, if you walk into the gym, you train hard with weights and you consume water, we produce cortisol and create a catabolic state. Is that correct, Dane?
That's right, absolutely.
However, we can reverse that simply by adding carbohydrates to our amino acids. We can reverse such dramatic catabolism.
That's right, and on the market, consistently, there are a lot of products that are, I call it, they're one piece of a puzzle. They're almost there, and you've got the amino acids, but there's nothing to blunt this whole process. There's nothing to stimulate that fat loss occurring.
Awesome. So folks, to add carbohydrates to your aminos is absolutely crucial. Interesting amino acids we need some clarification on: arginine, alpha-ketoglutarate, coupled with citrulline malate. Dane, tell us the power of combining these two nutrients and what does it do?
Arginine, everyone knows arginine, however they are a little bit more unfamiliar with citrulline malate and the alpha-ketoglutarate. Alpha-ketoglutarate and citrulline malate produce greater nitric oxide production, which leads to better muscle protein synthesis, so you will grow more. It also widens the blood vessels, so you can deliver nutrients there as well. So why alpha-ketoglutarate, which is a derivative of arginine, and why citrulline malate, that essentially produces arginine? Because the research shows that arginine can be taken in various forms to make other things, but citrulline malate it's got a narrow-minded view of what it wants to do. Vasodilate. Alpha-ketoglutarate, it's the same thing. So it's achieving the same thing through various means, which is a lot better than just using one means.
Great. So the vasodilation helps to deliver more nutrients to muscles.
That's right.
And that nitric oxide gives us a great pump, and everyone loves a great pump, right?
Everyone judges their effectiveness of their training on that great pump.
Which is not necessarily what makes your training session effective. No. However, we love that experience. But these are the real expectations to have from utilizing the arginine, alpha-ketoglutarate, and citrulline malate. So it's a very, very complete intra-workout formulation.
That's right, it is. It approaches that idea of gaining lean muscle mass, inducing fat loss, and increasing strength through various means, rather than just a simple amino acid and just a simple maybe arginine on its own.
Gotcha. So to increase strength, to increase lean muscle mass, reduce muscle breakdown, thereby increasing recovery. That's why we use P2P.
That's right.
30 to 60 grams, folks, mixed in your shaker bottle. 30 grams for smaller body parts or bodybuilders under 80 kilograms. 60 grams if you've got bigger body parts or over 80 kilograms in body weight.